Hello YouTube, how you doing? My name is Art and welcome back to another video. It's been a hell of a couple of weeks for me. For me, almost getting scammed, and I had to close my accounts and all sorts of stuff. Well, I didn't close my bank account, but you know, if that ever happens to you, you know how it feels and what you got to do after that. So then, good lord. Okay, good. So here's the thing, I didn't buy any comics for the last 2 weeks. This is going to be a kind of a longer video than normal because I haven't been to the comic book store. I haven't bought any comic books in 2 weeks. Trying to do that mobile wallet thing just didn't work out too well for me. It was just like sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. You know, I was like, ugh. And I really didn't feel like just going out to buy cash, going out to get cash. You know what I mean? Because you know, some people they love the idea of having cash in their hand. I don't like carrying cash. I don't like it because it makes my wallet. See, the funny thing is, my wallet is very thin, and I like to keep it thin. See, not much in there. That's what I like. So, without further ado, let's get this on. So some of these came out last week, but you know, and some of you already seen whatever it came out, but this is what I bought. Iron Fist #1. Interested in seeing who this new Iron Fist is. Maybe I'll keep it. Doubt it. Hardware #4. Out of the Milestone Returns series. This, in my opinion, is the weakest book. For some reason, this is the weakest book. Devil's Reign Villains for Hire #2. Got that U.S. agent action going on here. And this is something I've been looking forward to. Carnage Forever. Okay. Cloaked 3 of 4. Loving this series. Is really awesome in my opinion. Imagine Batman using guns, and instead of having a boy wonder, this guy right here, this kid, he just hired this kid just to be a distraction. Phenomenal story, and it's a whodunit story. Anyway, Robin's 4/6. This story is slightly not the best story. It had a lot of it had a lot of good ideas, and it just, to me, it just kind of fell flat. Robin #11. Might drop this in a minute, depending on how the story goes. Deep Beyond #12. This is the end of the 12-issue limited series. I can't believe it's been like a year since this came out. Slightly interesting story and slightly quirky and very, very confusing at times. Hulk #4. Fantastic Four #40. Nightwing's 89. I love this cover right here. Even though, oh, this is the regular cover. Okay, cool. Because the variant cover, see, if you go like this, it looks like they're doing ballet. Human Target #5, book 5. Liking this Human Target story. Really loving it. Ghost Rider #1. This is the variant edition. For some reason, I thought I'd put this in my pull box. I guess I didn't. Oh well. Miles Morales Spider-Man #35. Loving Miles Morales. Dark Ages #5. Imagine a world where electricity just goes away and becomes a Dark Ages. Yeah, X-Men number 8, Love MODOK. The 10 Deaths of Wolverine number 3. I'm waiting for all the series to come out before I read it. The 10 Lives of Wolverine. I'm waiting for all of it so I can go read it. Is this Domino's? Finally. Oh. Dang it. Ordering Domino's for the family because I'm gonna hang out with a friend tonight. There's more to that in that story coming a little later. Venom number 5. Hopefully Brock gets joins with Venom and make it a real good story. This is what I've been waiting for. Silver Surfer Rebirth number 2. Love that Thanos action right there. Berserker number 7. And the Immortal John Wick storyline. Usagi Yojimbo number 2. Lone Wolf and Lone Goat and Kid. Usagi Yojimbo 26. King Spawn number 7. Spawn has been heating up since issue 300, and so far it's been freaking interesting. The Spawn universe expanded again, and tell you the truth, this, in my opinion, the actual regular Spawn is like the worst Spawn book between that and this one. This right here is the best Spawn book, Gunslinger Spawn. And thing is, I saw the new figures that came out. The Gunslinger Spawn figure came out recently. I saw it. And also Todd McFarlane put out a video of the new figure that's coming out. And Ninja Spawn's going to be in there, so that's going to be kind of cool. Thor 22, the God of Hammer storyline part 4. Amazing Spider-Man 89. And the last regular issue of Amazing Spider-Man number 90. Now, two weeks worth of books. Yeah, buddy. Is this the Domino's Pizza thing? Thank you, Domino's Pizza order. Finally shows up after 5 minutes after I order it. It's only $25, but that's fine. So it should be done in about 15 more minutes. Okay. Let's get some mail. Let's get some mail, baby. Let's get some mail. I'm a big back in the day I was a big Captain America fan, and sometimes I still am. Sometimes. Even though in my opinion the comic book is kind of sucky right at the moment. It just don't have the oomph as the 1980s. So here we go. Captain America 257 with the Hulk. Look at that. Like he's just snatching him like, get your ass here. And when I bought these two books from a seller, and in a way I understand why they do this. They double bag it. They didn't double bag. I'm sorry. They double booked in the same bag to save on shipping. But in my opinion, it's kind of sucky. But hell well. And Captain America 317 with Hawkeye. Look at this. It's funny because this is the if you're an old school guy like I am, you heard this phrase. Well, there's another fine mess you got us into, which was Laura Hardy. So if you heard of the Three Stooges, the other guys was Laura Hardy, and they were funny as hell. Now, I ordered some books from Unknown Comics recently, and for some reason they came really quickly. The last time I ordered from Unknown Comics, it took them months. But then again, I don't know. Yeah, well. But anyway, I found this book right here because I'm like, wow, this is kind of neat. And I wanted it. Wolverine 17. Variant edition. Look at that, Wolverine and Gambit. That's a nice cover right there. And this cover right here, I will explain. I saw this cover today somewhere, which I'll explain in a minute if you just bear with me. I saw this Darth Vader number 20, which is the man Din Jar, not Jar Jar Binks, but Din Djarin, I think it's Din Djarin, that's how you pronounce it, with Grogu variant cover. This is hot. So, today was the Great Lakes Comic Con. If you saw, I did a couple of videos yesterday, which would be Saturday. And they were very short videos. And this was about the Great Lakes Comic Con that I went to. They hold it like 4 times a year. 4 times a year. I was like, but I always go to the one in February because that's the precursor for the Motor City Comic Con. There we go, which is in May. Which I am definitely going to it because there's one person that's going to be there that I want to get an autograph from, of course. One of the things I wanted this year was get more autographs, whether it's comic books or celebrities. Now, if you understand the shirt, you understand why I'm leading into this. But anyway, so I went there today, and yeah, I spent a lot of money. I walked in there with $300, and I walked out with maybe 6. It happens. But anyway, I found this. I went to this one guy who used to own Warp 9 Comics back in the day, and I used to go there all the time, who got me into the... Now, for example, Tony or Taylor Made Man, he hates HeroClix, and he hates my HeroClix videos, but that's cool because I like it. This guy got me into the HeroClix game, so every time he goes to a show, I always buy something for him because back in the... I mean, he doesn't know my name. I don't know his name either, but we recognize each other's faces. Hey, how's it going? Great, good to see you again. Yeah, great seeing you again too. You probably don't remember, but he's like, okay, fine. And there's some guy who thinks he knows me, but that's okay. So I got this graphic novel, New Avengers, and I believe this is your Revolution. And I got these $6 a piece or 2 for $10. The reason why this sparked me to get this is because of this classic Ronin cover. And Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2. I bought Volume 1 and look. Now the thing is, these are $6 a piece or 2 for $10. Naturally, 2 for $10. Of course, with these smaller shows, he doesn't really bring out a lot of good stuff, but he gets a lot of his variants. But don't worry. A friend of mine was supposed to show up today, but what happened is he had some problems and he couldn't make it. And then again, I'm going to his house tonight, and it's more hilarity. Now, I did get some autographs. Now, how many people heard of Jim Shooter? If you have, do you know the reputation he has? But then again, if you know about Jim Shooter, in the 80s, he was the guy who made Marvel a powerhouse. And the thing is, when I met him, I said, dude, you know what? You made my childhood awesome by your book, by you working at Marvel. You made my childhood awesome. I mean, he was very humble about it. Then again, you know, Marvel shit canned him after a while, but then he created Valiant Comics, which that kind of folded too. But you know, like I said, he's a legend, and you know, I got a chance to finally meet him. So what happened was, since I knew he was going to be showing up, and I said, I gotta meet this guy, I gotta get an autograph. One of the books that he wrote, and he was running Marvel. He wasn't really running. He was like the editor in chief, the big honcho, and he was also writing books at the same time every now and then. This is his Star Brand book. I might have showed this to you in a different video about me collecting this. He created this universe called the New Universe, and this is the guy that he created this, and this is his signature right here. Now the funny thing about it, when I bought this, I didn't really pay too much attention to it, because I got it for a really good price. The book is in pretty decent condition, very decent condition. Then I looked up, I said, oh, there's another autograph in here. And supposedly, when I bought this, I didn't realize it was a signed book by Jim Romita. Unverified, of course, but back in the day, they signed their name. They didn't have like gel cap, markers. They had ballpoint pens, and they didn't write on the book. They wrote in the inside of the book cover. So I'm going to definitely get this verified some way or shape or form. When I do, you'll see it. Also, this is the one reason why when I heard he was coming, I had to do this one. Now this book right here is not in the best condition. I had this book I showed you this book a long time ago. See, there's like all these creases and all this stuff. It's really shitty. I got this for like $60. Okay. The funny thing was, the Comic Vet got this same book recently, but his is actually, graded. Mine's is not, and I got this about 2 years ago after trying to find this. And the reason why I bought this is one of my favorite books when I was younger, and it's kind of hilarious how this book is very famous. Jim Shooter wrote this book. Secret Wars number 8. This alien symbiote suit, which turned out to be Venom later. So I had to get this one signed by him. And the thing is, he signed it for free. He signed these for free. He says, I'll charge you for commissions. And he says, you know what? He goes, you know what? I already got paid for my work. So signing your books I'll do this because you supported me. And I already got paid for it. Now, if I bought a commission, then I had to pay him. But that's okay. So this is definitely getting graded. It's gonna be a shitty grade, but hell, I don't care. I found this book again, so that's awesome. Alrighty now. What's going on here? Don't forget about cards. Hold on. Trying to get dinner for the fam. Then I am on my way. All right. So, we're almost done. I'm sorry. We're almost done. Very sorry. I bought some figures too because I was looking for some figures, and I said if I can't find it here, then I had to go special order some of these figures. This one I was trying to find for a long time, and I found it there for a very decent price. Of course, at these cons, some of these are kind of marked up a bit, but then again, when it comes to Marvel Legends, if you don't snap it up right then and there, the price is jacked up. Crossbones. He builds the Crimson Dynamo, so basically I'm missing 1, 2, 3. Oh, because I already got Taskmaster on the wall, I got Red Guardian on the wall, and I got the Spy Master on the wall, so this goes on the wall, and I'm only missing 3 people, and I could build the Crimson Dynamo. Of course, he's going to stay in the box. Actually, to tell you the truth, at the con, there was a Crimson Dynamo there. They were trying to sell it for $60. I'm like, nope. The funny thing is, I wanted to buy the Hulkbuster, which was really awesome. The guys are still trying to sell it for $80. I'm like, nope. All right, next one. This one's a very recent, and I see this at one of my stores all the time. But every now and then, they rotate some figures out, so make it look like they always got new figures. They always rotate them out. And for the last couple weeks, I didn't see this one, and I was like, "Oh gosh, come on, man!" I said, "Do you got this one?" He goes, "I don't know." Okay, but that's at Warp 9. He's cool. The guy's cool. I go there every week to buy my DC books. After I go to my store to pick up my every book I get, since my bookstore don't carry DC, then I go straight to his store, which is a 5-minute drive, and pick up some DC books. So I picked up J. Jonah Jameson. One of the reasons I wanted this one, but I didn't want to pull the trigger on this one right away. And then what happened was this one channel called My Damn Toys. He basically does wrestling figures, and he bought Spider-Man Far From Home, or No Way Home, or whatever that is. I can't remember. I haven't saw the movie yet. So he bought this. He said, "Oh yeah, I bought this." And I was like, "Dang man, no, I gotta buy it now." Funny thing is that I've yet to find it in the Walmart or Target yet to find it, but just in case, bought it at the markup price of $35. Now what happens? This next one is what I've been looking for months. As you can see, I got the What If storyline. I got the What Ifs right over there. From right there, and I'm missing one figure to build the Watcher. And the fun thing is, I saw this when this kid first came out. I thought, I can always find this figure. Then all of a sudden, I can't find this figure at all. And the funny thing was, when the new Spider-Man movie came out, people snatching this figure up left and right. I'm like, oh my goodness. When I finally decided to get something, it's gone. It's gone. Gone. But anyway, here it is. Zombie Hunter Spidey. With that Doctor Strange cape, if you remember the What If story. So what happened is, I got every single character. I have every single character to build the Watcher now. Now, would I ever actually open these up and build the actual Watcher? Probably won't, because I like to keep these what they call mock or mint on card. I like to keep it that way. If I buy a double, then yeah, I'll take it out. But you see, I bought this for $35. This one guy says, "Okay, I'll give you these two for $35." I said, "I'll give you $35 a piece, but if you buy these two together, I give you $60. So I say $15." Sounds like to me it's a score. The funny thing is, I'm not usually this animated in my videos, only because of the fact that I feel happy today and I'm excited. Now let me get to the reason why all this happened. There were two old school wrestlers that shows up there, and they always try to get a wrestler here and there. One year they had JR, the voice of wrestling, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, so of course, and it's like I said, I always go to this one because it's right after my birthday, so I was like, this is like a birthday present for me. Right before the world went to the crapper, I met Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, one of my favorite old school wrestlers. Raise the roof. There's a reason why I'm doing this. If you're an old school wrestling fan, you know what this is about. Lex Luger, baby. Look at that. Lex Luger. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll be posting my pictures that I did with Lex Luger on Instagram at Arthur Warren at Instagram. So if you want to see it, I know some of you probably have. I don't know. If you do, great. So yeah, Lex Luger. I mean, it's a shame that he had some health problems and he was in a wheelchair, but he seemed to be very good spirits. I mean, he seemed to be very good spirits. I mean, he was laughing and he was like, oh, I mean, it's like, I was like, man, I felt sad because this is the guy who torture rack, the Lex Express and Mall of America kind of thing. And I was almost in tears. But I felt good to see this guy. I felt really good. And this guy, even better. Like I said, if you understand this, do you know who I saw? He was the first black African American World Heavyweight Champion in WCW. Before Booker T. And then he went to Raw. Not Raw. He went to WWE. I have 3 figures of this guy, and I gave one to my friend because he was supposed to show up today, and he was going to get his figure signed. Ron Simmons or Farouk. Damn. When I saw where his booth was, I went straight to the bathroom, threw on my shirt. I pulled this out of my stacks, pulled the shirt out, and I was wearing it proud. He was talking to this one girl, and he looked at me and goes, "Now that's what I'm talking about. See that? That's my people right there that represent." So of course, I did a video with this guy. He did a small video with me. And the thing is, if you saw it, I posted it yesterday, Saturday. If you missed it, it's a little skit that we did, and because I wore the shirt, he wanted to do more than just sign and talk to me, but he was cool. This is one. Thing is that years ago I got John Bradshaw Layfield, which was his tag team partner, or the Alkalites from the Alkali Protection Agency, and I finally got Ron Simmons. And man, damn, this feels like a great day today. So thank you very much for watching, spending your quality time and precious time watching me ramble about the kind of crap I buy. Well, for you it might be crap, but for me it's something I do. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you want to leave me some words, leave me some words. And hope you have a great day. I know the world right now is kind of in a crapper. It really is, especially what's going on these days. But sometimes, and the reason why I say it's kind of it's in a crapper, because of the fact that I do have some pen pals who lives in Russia, and I do have pen pals who do live in the Ukraine, and every one of them, they, I'm like emailing them and say, "Hey, is everything okay over there?" And the people in Russia is like, "We're fine, but I don't like this shit." The people in the Ukraine is like, "Of course, they don't like it," and it's like, "Oh my God!" And I just try to keep it. Just try to hope this ends very quickly, peacefully, and no more people gets killed. And I know it's a kind of a Debbie Downer, and I really didn't feel like going, but I had to go because I wanted to feel better. So just try to live your life the best way you can, and hopefully we'll see each other in the future. Thank you very much for watching.